The mass of men lead a life of quiet desperation. I'll say it one more time. The mass of men lead a life of quiet desperation. This is a quote that comes to us from Henry David Thoreau, and that is kind of what it is that we will be in a roundabout way talking about in today's video. Welcome to Strip Cover Lit, where we squeeze the bigger picture out of literature. I'm Adrian Ford, and we are here for another poetry discussion, which will appear, of course, in two different playlists here on the channel. Number one being the poetry discussion playlist, cruising towards 800 videos strong. Number two being the Robert Frost playlist. This is the 50th video in that Robert Frost playlist, and as it is such, it's only fitting that this video comes with an explanation about how I picked this poem. I search for the poems that I am going to put on here. I always try to pick one that maybe it has usefulness to people who are trying to write a paper somewhere. Maybe it has usefulness to Emily Dickinson lovers. Maybe it has usefulness in building the sort of library that I want to have on this channel. And oftentimes what that comes with is, I think we could use some Robert Frost on the channel. And I will go searching for a poem. I'll pick up a Robert Frost book that I have, or I'll just sit down on the internet and type in Robert Frost poems and just go at it. Sometimes I will even prompt ChatGPT. What is the most underappreciated Robert Frost poem? What are the top 10 Robert Frost poems? What are the 10 most interesting Robert Frost poems? Different prompts to get different answers. I have come across this poem 20 times, read it 20 times, and never felt particularly compelled to put it on the channel, to make this video. I always thought it was kind of a silly poem. Kind of sing-songy and kind of who cares-ish. But something struck me this time. Let's read the poem first. The poem in question today, The Oven Bird, reads as such. There is a singer everyone has heard, loud, a midsummer and a midwood bird, who makes the solid tree trunk sound again. He says that leaves are old and that for flowers midsummer is to spring as 1 to 10. He says the early petal fall is past when pear and cherry bloom went down in showers on sunny days and moment overcast, and comes that other fall we name the fall. He says the highway dust is over all. The bird would cease and be as other birds, but that he knows in singing not to sing. The question that he frames in all but words is what to make of a diminishing thing. So this is an oven bird. What is it about this poem that struck me this time and made me want to talk about it? It's this phrase here. Diminished thing. Okay. But it struck me in the same reading as I was struck by, where is it here? A singer everyone has heard. Midsummer, midwood. So we're talking run of the mill. Interesting. That fall we name the fall. Well, the fall is death, right? The fall is the later era of life when you are preparing to be dead. The winter is dead, but the fall is looking back on the rest of the year. All of these things started kind of getting to me. Well, let's look at it. What could we mean by the oven bird? Listen to the bird himself. He says, leaves are old, and that for flowers, midsummer is to spring as 1 to 10. That's kind of a folksy thing to say, isn't it? If you're looking for flowers, come midsummer. Better than spring, 1 to 10. He talks about midsummer. Midsummer. What is summer? He talks about early petals, fall is past. He talks about the highway dust is over all. He talks about all of these things that are a little bit jaded, like your common folk. All of these things, leaves are old. Flowers, midsummer is to spring as 1 to 10. Spring's the fun time, but when it's summer, that's when you should be out here. He talks about all of these things. The highway dust is over all. Nothing is clean. Nothing is pure. Nothing is good. The highway dust is over all of it. And these are such common questions, too, right? The kind of thing that you would talk about passing a guy on the street. But look again, everyone has heard this bird. This is the common fella on the street. You've heard him. You've had to talk to him. You've been in the same elevator. You had to stand with him at the bus stop. This guy that's always jaded and won't shut up. That is the oven bird. And he's talking about midsummer. This is a midsummer bird with mid-wood aspirations. Spends all of his time, by the way, doing the same thing over and over again. He just talks to everybody about the same stuff. Everybody's heard him. They've heard him say these 4-ish things here, right? And he does it all summer. Spends all summer doing these same things over and over again. Well, I ask you this. What is the summer? If the fall is preparing to die and the winter is death and the spring is your youth, summer is the working portion of your life, where you're putting in the hard labor. That is your mid-20s to mid-40s, right? Mid-20s to 50, right? Where you're putting in the hard work of your life over and over and over again. It leaves you jaded, doesn't it? The summer translates as the prime of our life, but we know that that means it's just the time where you have the most energy to work more. That is the summer of your life, our working years, when we wake up every day and do the same thing over and over again, and we get a little bit jaded. And all of this leaves us questioning that we frame in all but words is what we make of a diminished thing. A question that he frames in all but words is what to make of a diminished thing. This oven bird, I don't think it's a symbol for aristocracy. I don't think it's a symbol for nihilism. I don't think it's a symbol for communism or any other ism or anything it is that you want. I think what this oven bird is all of us, leading our lives of quiet desperation, questioning everything and leaving them diminished along the way. As we know, we are in the primes of our lives, having to wake up and go to the same mind-numbing job over and over again, having the same mind-numbing conversations with numbskulled people we did not choose to be around, over and over again. That, I think, is what this poem is about. That's all I have for this poetry discussion. If you like or appreciate what it is that I do here, hitting a like button really does help me out, as it tells YouTube to share this video with other literature lovers. If you find yourself here by chance but not design, literature is the only thing I talk about on this channel, dropping multiple videos every single week. There's poetry every Monday, and I hope to have you back for the next one.